Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the final University Symphony performance here at Shea at William Patterson University. Most of you who have friends or family members in the orchestra know that the orchestra performed in Carnegie Hall this past Sunday. We've had them working every single day before that and since then. They're seeing the finish line in sight tonight, and they're really anxious to share with you a fun time as we embrace this music for one last time. We're going to open our performance with something that we did not perform in Carnegie Hall, and that's two movements of what is a favorite symphony for an awful lot of listeners, and almost all the orchestral players love this one. This is the Symphony Number 8 in G major by the Czech composer, Bohemian composer, Antonín Dvořák. Dvořák loved to use folk songs or things that sounded like folk songs in his music. He writes a full range of emotions. This is an upbeat symphony. If you listen to Symphony Number 7, it's stormy and dramatic and dangerous, and it's very difficult for everyone, and you feel like you've just fought a war when you play it. But this one just is ingratiating to play, ingratiating to listen to. I find myself smiling throughout the symphony because there's just so much to like there. So what does Dvořák do better than anyone else? If I had to pick one thing that he nails, it would be nostalgia. He can make you feel homesick for places you haven't even been. The music just is so poignant, and it just like, oh, I want to be there. There's somebody there I love. I don't know who it is, but I just feel drawn to whatever place that music is painting a picture of, whatever moment that is. So we've picked the first and the last two movements, the first and the last movement of Symphony Number 8. The first one, again, a lot of varying moods. It starts actually in a minor key. Sounds like a folk song. Again, a lot of variety. Because this is a second half of the 19th century work, there's a lot of turbulence in the middle, which is the development section. This is something that the 19th century composers really got into. Like, how far can they take you out to sea where it's dangerous before they let you come back into something that you recognize and feel familiar? So if you feel like you're kind of at sea, not knowing where's this music going, why do I feel like I've lost my way? That's intentional on the part of the composer. He's going to really get you agitated before he decides, no, you're coming back home. And you'll feel that in the music. The last movement, again, sounds like folk music. It's a combination of several different devices. It's a set of variations on a folk-like tune. It also has a kind of a wild development section where you just feel like, oh my gosh, where are we going? You're playing bumper cars with the music. But we do get you back. Now, if you look at your program, once we've completed the second movement, don't clap in between, I'm going to ask you, we maintain our concentration between the two movements, and we try to maintain some sort of overall narrative arc if we're doing a piece that has more than one segment. So we appreciate your withholding your applause until the end of the second movement that we play. And it'll feel like a big rousing finale. But once that's over, we did this back in the fall and we had some lovely feedback from it. We're going to give you the opportunity to ask questions of the orchestra. Ask them of me, ask them of anyone in the orchestra. If there was something you always wondered about, like why do you do this or that with your instrument, or what's your instrument made of, or was that hard or difficult, or was that easy? Anything you want to ask, nothing's off limits, because we want to share this experience with you. And as they used to say at Sims Clothing, an educated consumer is our best customer. So, Symphony Number 8 in G major, Czech composer Antonín Dvořák, first movement, fourth movement, opening, finale. the meat and potatoes, that was the entree. We have dessert on the second half. A lot of colorful shorter pieces, well, several colorful shorter pieces. But now's a chance for you to interact with the